at 170 pounds.
Need to assess where he's going, and there's the kiss from Martin Kampmann. Rallies again.
I want to fight for the title, of course. I want to get the title. That's my goal. But I'm going to keep fighting. I'm going to keep knocking dudes out and beating them up and so.
UFC fans, it's great to be back here in Montreal, Quebec, Canada, as we welcome you to the official weigh-ins for UFC 154, St-Pierre versus Condit. Tomorrow, only on pay-per-view, one of the most dominant champions in UFC history, the French-Canadian Georges St-Pierre, makes his long-awaited return to the octagon to battle the interim welterweight title holder, Carlos Condit, for the UFC Undisputed Welterweight Championship. Also tomorrow on pay-per-view, two of the top contenders at 170 collide when Johny Hendricks fights Martin Kampmann in a welterweight battle with title ramifications. We'd like to send out a special welcome to our UFC Fight Club members and thank our UFC sponsors. Bud Light, here we go. The only motorcycles worthy of being in the octagon. Harley-Davidson, the all-new Dodge Dart, Metro PCS. UFC is moving to Metro. Everybody is moving to Metro. Zenergy, powered by Zions, the great-tasting, sugar-free, zero-calorie energy drink, the official energy drink of the UFC. And Tap Out, official lifestyle apparel of the UFC. Available at tapout.com. And now, to get the official weigh-ins for UFC 154 underway, here is Joe Rogan.
What's happening, my friends in Montreal? Welcome to the weigh-in. Ariane and Brittany, Dana White, without him, none of this would be possible. All right, let's get it cracking, folks. We got a hell of a bout card coming up, starting in the featherweight division, live on Facebook. Steven Seiler versus Darren Elkins. First up on the scale, ladies and gentlemen, Darren the Damage Elkins. $145. And his opponent, Steven Seiler. First fight of the night, ladies and gentlemen, live on Facebook. Steven Seiler and Darren Elkins. Next up in the bantamweight division, Ivan Mcguire versus Asmat Gashanov. First up on the scale, Asmat Gashanov. 135. And his opponent, the pride of El Salvador, Ivan Mcguire. Asmat Gashanov and Ivan Mcguire, ladies and gentlemen. Next up in the welterweight division, Matthew Riddle versus John Mcguire. First up on the scale, John Mcguire.
171.
171. And his opponent, Matthew Riddle.
$170.
170. John Mcguire and Matthew Riddle, ladies and gentlemen, let them know. Next up in the featherweight division, Antonio Cavallo versus Rodrigo Dam. First up on the scale, Rodrigo Dam.
145.
145. And his opponent, Antonio Cavallo.
145.
145! Rodrigo Tam and Antonio Carvalho, ladies and gentlemen. Next up, live on FX and on Sportsnet in Canada, in the lightweight division, Sam the Hands of Stone Stout versus John the Bull Makdessi. First up on the scale, John Makdessi.
155.
155. And his opponent, the Hands of Stone, Sam Stout.
$154.
154 for Mr. Stout. Live on FX and Sportsnet, ladies and gentlemen, Sam Stout and John Makdessi. Next up, also in the lightweight division, Mark Bocek versus Rafael Dos Anos. First up on the scale, Rafael Dos Anos.
155.
155. And his opponent, Mark Bocek.
$156.
156. Rafael Dos Anos and Mark Bocek, ladies and gentlemen. Next up in the light heavyweight division, Cyril Diabate versus Chad Griggs.
206.
206. Chad Griggs and Cyril Diabate, ladies and gentlemen. Next up in the middleweight division, Patrick the Predator Cote versus Alessio Legionarius Sakara.
$186.
186 for Mr. Sakara. And his opponent, Montreal's own Patrick the Predator Cote.
$185.
185. Alessio Sakara and Patrick Cote, ladies and gentlemen. Next up, the main card, live on pay-per-view. Starting out in the featherweight division, Mark the Machine Hominick versus Pablo the Scarecrow Gaza. First up on the scale, ladies and gentlemen, Pablo Garza.
145.
145 for the Scarecrow. And his opponent, Mark the Machine Hominick. $145 for the Machine. Pablo Garza and Mark Hominick, ladies and gentlemen, let them know. Next up in the middleweight division, Nick Ring versus Costa Philippou.
180, 184.
184 for Nick Ring and his sweet mustache. Costa Philippou and Nick Ring, ladies and gentlemen. Next up in the middleweight division, Francis Kampmann versus Filthy Tom Lawler. And Tom Lawler, ladies and gentlemen, says he is ready to shock the world.
$184.
184. And his opponent, Francis Kampmann. Tom Lawler and Francis Kampmann, ladies and gentlemen. Next up, the co-main event of the evening in the welterweight division. Martin, the Hitman Kampmann versus Johny, Big Rig Hendricks. $171 for Mr. Hendricks. And his opponent, the Hitman, Martin Kampmann. That's a hell of a fight, ladies and gentlemen. Johny Hendricks and Martin Kampmann. Now let's take a closer look at the two men involved in the main event of the evening.
I knew that this would be the biggest challenge of my whole career, because not only I have to fight the toughest opponent I ever fought, I have to come back from a very bad injury.
We don't know how significant the damage was to that knee.
I don't want to come back and get a beating. You know, if I come back, it's because I'm ready.
I want to fight the best GSP there's ever been and beat that guy.
It's never good to get injured, but I truly believe it's going to make me come back better and stronger than I was before.
I guarantee you the sound that the arena makes when George St-Pierre enters the octagon is going to be absolutely deafening.
I'm back better than ever.
until he's beaten by somebody, he's the champion. I'm the contender. You know, I have to go in there. I have to take it to him. I have to win this fight.
Continuing the pressure. It is all over!
He is a man on a mission. He is a focused guy who is absolutely obsessed with defeating George St-Pierre.
I possess things that you can't measure: guts, heart, determination, tenacity. That's going to make the difference in this fight.
Whoa! Absolutely right!
He's out!
You know, you want a fight to make the hair stand up on the back of your neck? It's going to be this one.
Here we go, ladies and gentlemen, for the UFC Welterweight Championship of the World. Introducing the interim champion, Carlos, the Natural Born Killer, Condit. $169 for Mr. Condit. And his opponent, the UFC welterweight champion of the world, George Rush St-Pierre. $170 for the champion. I'm here with the interim champion, Carlos Condit. Carlos, you're entering into hostile territory here. You've had a fantastic career so far, but it really boils down to this one fight tomorrow night. Give us your thoughts on George as an opponent and what tomorrow night means to you.
This fight is basically the culmination of a long time training, a lot of hard work. You know, I haven't only been thinking about fighting George for the last year. I've been thinking about fighting George my entire career. So, you know, I'm extremely excited. Cannot wait to put on a good fight for the Montreal fans, and can't wait to unify this belt.
I'm extremely excited to see it. Good luck to you, sir. Carlos Condit, ladies and gentlemen. The champion in his hometown, ladies and gentlemen, George St-Pierre. George, it's been a while since we've seen you inside the octagon. You've had to recover from your knee surgery. You've had this interim champion rise up. This is a huge challenge for you tomorrow night. Give us your thoughts on Carlos Condit and what it means to defend your belt in Montreal.
Well, just to come back, I missed this so much you guys cannot believe, so I'm so excited for tomorrow. I'll give you guys a good show. Don't miss it.
Can't wait to watch it. Good luck to you, sir. George St-Pierre, ladies and gentlemen. And if you're watching this at home, the UFC weigh-ins on Fuel TV, don't change the channel. There's plenty more coverage to come with Karen Bryant, Kenny Florian, Dominic Cruz, and Ariel Helwani. So let's send it back to Los Angeles, California for more. Karen. Love you too.